KNICKS Rehab.
KNICKS Rehab, y'all. Josh Hart is the New York Draymond Green? Back in Knicks start lineup, Josh Hart's making all-star case. He does everything well. That's Jalen Brunson on Josh Hart. His impact, you can't really tell from the stat sheet. That's our guy, Ian Begley. They speak to Josh Hart's impact. His impact, you can't really tell from the stat sheet, but the eye test, everyone knows that he's a competitor. He brings a winning style of basketball to this team. I think he does a great job pushing the pace, and he presents a different obstacle for the opponents to have to deal with. That's what Anthony Towns said about him. I think he's done a great job of utilizing his game, what he does best, and maximizing our team's chances to win. Mikal Bridges also added, Josh gets in, and he's probably one of the fastest guys with the ball. He's going to the rim, or he's driving to the paint, trying to find guys. I think his ability in transition and push and create opens up a lot. By the way, sidebar, for that game against Minnesota, I did like for the first time that I can remember. Well, 2 times this year I can remember. Josh Hart in transition, almost full throttle, and he stopped and pulled to reset the offense. Yesterday, that was dope. He needs to make that a habit, because if you're going 1-on-3, if you're going so fast that all you see is the opposing jerseys, you got to chill out. Unless you got the driving lane, which sometimes he does. He creates that by going fast. And there was another time this year when Anthony Towns was starting to feel it. That's when I saw his shot. I gotta look up his shot chart or whatever his stats. When Anthony Towns was starting to feel it, there was no hesitation. He took the ball and just shot it. He might have to start doing that, by the way. He might have to start showing Brunson and everybody, listen, I'm going to shoot the ball like 25,000 times. I'm going to dare you to curse me out. And today's the day I'm going to smack a bitch. That's what Anthony Towns got to do. But I digress. Josh Hart, that transition game is very important because we don't have the super athletic transition players. OG Anunoby looks ridiculous with the ball in his hand, to say the least. Mikal Bridges is pretty good in transition. And Josh Hart is a creator in transition. Like, as that lunacy about him, it's high risk, high reward. And the high risk is usually being able to penetrate a defense and get to spots to pass or score, where it gives you an opportunity to, complete the offensive play. And then you got to run back. I like what Mike Brown talked about, the next play speed. The next play speed. Tim Duncan is like the should be the logo of next play faces, because every time he finished the play on offense, he put his head down, always ran. It's not entertaining. It's not R&B, but I like a part of that next play speed is the falling down business. Josh Hart could fall down a lot. The complaining to the ref, that hinders the next play speed. Because as much as Anthony Towns complaining to the ref, Josh Hart gotta shut the fuck up. I even seen Anthony Towns grab Josh Hart at the end of the first half, like, Josh, come on, like, I got some Minnesota things back there. What you doing over here on the court? What are you gonna do? Talk to the ref about what again? You've been bitching about that for 2 quarters, man. Come on. Cash should have stepped in between them like Brunson did to him. Fuck that cat. Smack these dudes. Smack Josh Hart one time. Fuck. I'm hating on Josh Hart while we're praising Josh Hart. ALLBALL TV. You gotta love it. Hart's individual numbers is as of 2 days ago. He's averaging 15 points, 9.3 rebounds, 5.7 assists while shooting 52% from the field, 52.6% from the field, and 40.7% from 3. Shit. I'm gonna zoom in on that. God damn, Josh Hart. 50% from the field, 40% from 3. Are you kidding me? 49% still and 38.9. So he's 50-40 damn near. He's 50-39 right now. And he's 83% from the free throw line. Yo, this is his best free throw shooting season ever. And that culminates with his 3-point shooting season. Maybe except his rookie year where he played 63 games. This is amazing by Josh Hart, y'all. Good shit, Josh. 5 assists, 1 steal. Yeah, I'm more impressed with the free throws because he's going to get fouled. He's shooting 1 less shot per game damn near. So therefore, he went from 2.7 free throws last year to 1.7. But also remember, he went from 37 minutes a game to 30. It was at 27 minutes a game about 2 weeks ago. His field goal percentage has always been pretty good. For his career, he's 47%. When New Orleans, he shot 45. The 2 years in Portland, he shot 50%, but that was only 64 games. So with the New York Knicks, he's been shooting 49%. It's 34.8, 35% from 3. So that's been his career numbers with New York. So to be shooting basically the average for defense for 3-point percentage is 39%. now. So he was shooting below average from the 3-point line before this season with the Knicks. And now this year he's averaging 39%. That's a big jump. When he first got here for them 25 games that he was here, when he first got here, when he traded in for Cam Reddish, he shot 51.9%, damn near 52%. That playoff run he went, but real quick, let me see what he shot that playoff run. Because that playoff run was kind of bananas. The year that we lost to the Pacers and we beat Philly, well, he shot 37% for the playoffs that year. But against Philly, he shot 43%. He was going bananas. Look, 4 of 8, 4 of 7, 4 of 8, 0 for 3, 1 for 6, and that last game was 3 of 5. Then first 3 games against Philly, he shot 12 of 23. He was going bananas in Philly. Anyway, Josh Hart, he's our Draymond Green. One Knicks staffer said recently, yo, why'd you remain anonymous, brother? Why'd you remain anonymous? The comparison is not far off. The 2015-2016 Green averaged 14 points, 9.5 rebounds, 7.2 assists before the All-Star break. The Warriors were 48-3 with Green in their lineup at one time. Opposing coaches recognized Green's value by voting him to the Western Conference All-Star team. He joined teammates Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So, right now he's in for consideration. One opposing coach said of Hart at an All-Star bid. The coach cited Hart's impact on New York's record and said he's playing like an all-star. Are we calling this the Draymond Green Award for Josh Hart for the all-star team? I don't know. But I like that they call him if Draymond Green's getting a nod like this, even though he tried to sabotage his team the other day. But we do know Draymond Green almost had another debacle with his team. Him and Steve Kerr went at it, right? And we see Josh Hart and Tom Thibodeau go at it before. You see Josh Hart go at it with everybody pretty much. And obviously the admiration Josh Hart has for Jalen Brunson is I don't know if it's a more respect level or just more intimate as a friendship. I gotta be careful with my words. That might be a thumbs down for ever mentioning Josh Hart's admiration and intimate relationship with Jalen Brunson. But the Draymond Green factor, it makes a lot of sense, especially with the respect that Draymond Green has for Steph Curry, the respect that Josh Hart has for Jalen Brunson. It can't be forced. It's almost a natural occurrence since that's your man. He runs the team. His family runs this shit. You just happen to be cool with him. And yeah, it is what it is. We run this shit, but that's my man. That's his spot, and that's my man. So, someone like Julius Randle, I don't think he was feeling this shit. And Karl Anthony Towns is kind of like, can't beat him, join him. I think OG on the low was like that last year too. Like, listen, y'all talking too crazy. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm getting $40 million from you guys. Your uncle better pay me. That's all I know. Tío, yo quiero mi dinero. Mi funda. Mi bulto. Que lo que. I like the similarity though. Draymond Green and Josh Hart. Obviously not as many wild incidents, but the volatility is similar. The energy is similar. There's a leadership factor to the team where Josh Hart is a leader. They could probably go to him. You saw the way he yelled at Diawara. Diawara was trying to come off the court. Josh Hart telling him to get off the court. Like, I'm subbing in for you. And you can hear the announcer in the background saying he has to come in the game for a certain period. He has a certain period of time to get into the game. If not, Josh Hart is not allowed to go in there. And Diawara thinks that Josh Hart's trying to talk to him, and he approaches Josh Hart. Josh Hart's like, man, sit the fuck down. So there's a lot of respect that comes with being Josh Hart and the leader of this team. Just the fact that they're able to respect that, and the fact that he's comfortable enough to yell like that, and I don't say be himself, but I think we trust him as Knicks fans. As crazy as he is, I think a lot of Golden State fans don't really fuck Draymond Green. And you see ALLBALL, he really don't fuck with Josh Hart. But a lot of people don't like his game, but I respect his effort. Like, he goes all out. To me, that's championship style effort. And he's a coach's dream, as everybody says. Could we ever imagine Josh Hart being so angry that he walks off and loses it? I don't know. But you know what else though? Let's not forget that Josh Hart at the beginning of this year, he was on the end of the bench in meditation mode. His finger, he was getting over the injury. It made the paper. He could have had surgery, but then he would have been out for some time and it would have been healed. And he elected to not get the surgery. Then they get the shooting coach, Peter Patton. His shot improves. He's shooting amazing, like we went over. And he got over that rough patch. See, a lot of guys got over their rough patch earlier from the season. Like, he wasn't playing like great, and we shitted on him too. Flea took the brunt of the business for him. And he's coming around, and after they started him, I think he had to earn his starter minutes. Like, he doesn't do that without showing some flashes first. He was on the bench, and he was able to start because the coaches apparently convinced Mike Brown, and they had the staggering minutes with Mitchell Robinson, which was bananas. First 3 minutes of the first quarter, last 3 minutes of the first quarter, put Mitchell Robinson in the game. There's a lot of similarities to Draymond Green and a bunch of energy guys. Those are the guys going to pick up texts, but they can talk to the ref. Who has ever spoken to a ref more diabolically than Draymond Green? Nobody. And he's still able to do that and communicate whatever he needs to, whatever he wants to with the team, because somehow he's earned this respect. Obviously, with Golden State, they have 4 championships. They've been to 6, right? They lost to the Raptors and the Cavaliers. They've been to 6. He's still, I want to say, the leader of the team, especially vocally, and he's able to somehow etch his way into this leadership role where he has these moments, gets into it with his coach, and then walks to the back, and leaves the huddle, which is disrespectful to his coach. Forget the players. You're disrespecting the coach at that point. And we haven't seen anything where Josh Hart is disrespecting Mike Brown. We haven't heard anything but good things from them. And you can tell when Mike Brown holds somebody, when he likes someone, when he likes their game, and he wants to see more from other people. I think with Josh Hart, what is he really criticized about him? After he got rolling, he got to the start lineup, he's just been totally complimentary of him. And you see with, like I say, a Huck Porty, he got to stay ready. When he uses words like that, that means he really don't believe in you like that. But you better be ready. And you see, he said the same thing with Yabusele, and Yabusele's out of the rotation. On the low, he's out of the rotation. He couldn't get no minutes against Minnesota. Out of the rotation. He's gone. And the trade rumors came about, and you leaked that shit to the French newspaper like a little fucking foo-foo, a bougie foo-foo. You definitely can't come back to the Garden. You looking crazy out here. You have to have a monster game. People got to get injured. You get into the game and start slamming people on the floor. If you start clotheslining people and doing like the Rikishi move on the court, Yabusele, then maybe we'll take you back over here. All-Ball TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.